Howdy gamers, welcome to another edition of Flashback Friday. This is Patrick Hickey Jr. here, bringing you another edition of Flashback Friday. This week out, we're going to be playing the classic on the Sega Genesis, Toejam and Earl. The reason why this is a classic is because it's almost impossible to define in terms of a genre. Is it an action-adventure game? Is it an RPG? What's the point of this game? Some 25 years later, I still don't know. What I do know is, however, is that this game is a absolute blast to play. I enjoy the hell out of it, and it's not a game that I've ever thought of as being weak in any stretch by any stretch of the imagination. And the thing is, for the reasons why so many critics weren't fans of it, those are the same reasons why I enjoy it so much. So, as you guys know, all of these levels are randomly generated. There's kind of like no point to the game aside from the fact that you're trying to find pieces of your spaceship. Everything is pretty much completely random. So, you're just trying to stay away from enemies. You're just trying to do your thing. This game is fun single player, I have to say, but with two players, that's when the real fun begins. So, this game is a stoner's delight. I mean, there's kind of like no other way for me to say it. You can get a pie, a large pie, some beer, whatever else you're looking for, and you can play this for hours on end with your friends, looking for all of the pieces to your spaceship. It's got, like I said, it's got great music. It's difficult. There's lots of unlockables. Every time you play, bacon and eggs. It's a bit different. You never know what's going to come next. It may surprise some of you guys to know that there is actually a sequel to this that got funded via Kickstarter a couple of years ago. It got like over $500,000, and I have no idea where I'm going. So that, if you guys have seen the gameplay video, it's on GameSpot and IGN. It's pretty cool. Ooh, I got a cool. Alright, so now I know I'm going to have to go to the right. So like I told you guys before, like, this is the type of game that you can play for hours. God damn it. I don't think I've ever met anyone that's actually finished this game. No, just because it's pretty ridiculous. And like I said too, here we go. Every level is different. You can hear that phone ringing. So there were actually sequels to Toejam and Earl. Even one of them was on the Xbox. They didn't fare as well. This game was actually considered a commercial flop when it was first released, but it ended up selling a ton of copies like around Christmas time, a couple months after its release, and it gained like a super big cult following. While I love this game, I have to say that like the Sega Menacer, the gun for the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo Sega Genesis, largely considered a failure by Sega, had a game on it called Ready Aim Tomatoes, and that game was a lot of fun to play. Just because Toejam and Earl were like mad cool, they were mad chill. So like I said, Just because I love this part. Here we go. Just because there's no point to a game, just because you can't classify it as anything, ah, doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just means it's different. Ah. So, again, this may not have been your favorite game on the Sega Genesis, but there's definitely fun to be had here, and there's definitely times when you've played this with your friends if you're in your 30s and grew up on games on the Genesis. Like, this is one of those games that you could not have missed. Yeah, I got a buck for you, bro. So, like I said, between the hula dancing lady, you got the health guy. There's just so much stupid nonsense in this game. Oh, here we go, tomatoes. Is there anyone that I can hit? I gotta go down a little bit. Let's do a little bit more hula dancing. Oh yeah. Ooh, let's see what I got. All right. So anyway, guys, another Flashback Friday. Probably the reason why I'm quiet is because I'm just chilling. And Toejam and Earl was definitely... Toejam and Earl were two guys that were constantly chilling. And again, this is a game that you could just kind of like shut your brain off to and just explore. Again, not your standard platformer. 25 years later, I still don't know what it is, but again, it doesn't matter. It's still made cool. Peace!